Chapter 113. I'm going home, back to the place I belong. I know I left in anger. I'm sorry, Mom. That must have hurt, coming from your only son. Katrin was talking on the phone when she opened the door. When she saw who had rung the doorbell, she fell silent. Then she screamed, dropped the phone and hugged the young man outside her door. An hour later, they were sitting together in the kitchen, each with a cup of still steaming tea in front of them. She could not take her eyes off him. He looked so much like his father, now more than ever. He talked, and she listened. He told her about his life, what it was like nowadays. By the time evening came, he was still there, and they cooked dinner together while he talked about his latest trip. What he had seen and done, the people he had met. They set the table together, and then it was her turn to talk. She noticed that he was listening. He had never done that before, not even as a child. But now he listened to every word she said. His attention encouraged her, and she told him about everything that was important in her life. She didn't talk about how much she had missed him. She didn't want him to feel guilty. When they had talked half the night, he asked if he could stay. Her eyes watered. I've always kept a spare room, a room for you. He looked down briefly, picked up his large backpack and walked to the room she still considered his. When he was ready to go to bed, clean and with brushed teeth, he came back to the room where she was still sitting. She could not go to bed yet. Her thoughts and feelings whizzed and raced around so fast she could not come to rest. He bent down, gave her a kiss on the forehead. Good night, Mom. I'm sorry it took me so long to come back home.